is, I don't believe in the algorithm. Meaning, I know it exists, I know what it does, but I don't believe you should make content for the algorithm, which is basically what I see on YouTube. Every time I browse YouTube, I am bombarded by videos that are obviously made for the algorithm, with very clickbaity titles, and sometimes that's the sad thing. Sometimes they're good videos, but it's so obnoxious the way they try to get your attention. They sort of try to, it's made to be obnoxious, to be sort of to agitate you, just in the headline, just in the thumbnail. They want to sort of, they do this, for example, with let's say a movie review, and then the title is, oh, the new Flash, the new Flash, does it suck? Does it suck? Do you want to know if it sucks? Well, I'm gonna tell you in the video if you click on it, or, whatever. Oh, is this the greatest movie of all time? Question mark, exclamation mark. We'll see in this video, like these sort of games. It's very annoying to me. It's very annoying to me because I take these questions very personally. My first instinct is to sort of, grab whoever made this thumbnail and shake them, and tell them, this is nonsensical. Why do you even ask the question? Is this the greatest movie of all time? It's art. Some will say yes, some will say no. It's the same with everything art related, you idiot. It didn't change, but then I realized that that's not actually what the video is about. It's just the algorithm game, and in the video they say exactly what I just said. It's like, oh, it's objective. Who would have thought? But yeah, sometimes, because I work with younger children right now, I sometimes think this sort of onslaught of stupidity, really, what that does, what that does. I watched this video, I don't know if you noticed, you probably did, because it lands in everyone's recommended, I think. This new Apple VR, this new Apple VR bullshit, that's gonna, I'm pretty, it's probably gonna be the end of humanity. I'm just gonna put it out there. Have you seen that? Apple had another idea. They are doing a VR headset, or an augmented reality headset, which is like, it can do both. It can it's sort of like, you put it on and you see everything, the world around you, or you can, I guess you can choose if you want to or not. You can sort of darken everything. You can sort of block everything out and just watch a movie. Let's say you're on an airplane or a train. But I think airplane would be the more realistic way of travel if you buy one of these, because they cost a shitload of money. They cost like 3,500 euros, and if you have like that sort of cash on hand for a gimmick like that, I'm sure you travel everywhere on plane. So but in any case, you can block out everything with that thing and then just watch the movie. You can sort of make it so that, you can resize the scale of the movie, the sort of the screen, this projected screen, because, you're sort of, if you're shut off, you're in a 3D environment, or not a 3, you're in a, it's sort of a projected, and it's not you get what I want to say, right? It's a VR headset. It's a VR headset. Don't act so silly. You know what that is. You know what a VR headset is. Get it together. So anyway, you can theoretically rescale the image of this screen, or projection any size you want, or I mean there must be some sort of boundary because of resolution. But yeah, you can do all sorts of stuff and play video games and meditate. You can meditate. They showed very early on in the presentation. They showed a mindfulness app. They have a mindfulness app. So if you want to meditate, don't worry. There's an app for that. And what the app does is, as far as I can tell, is sort of show you like neat visualizers and like neat meditation music, which is like this really slow, weird music, this wobbly sort of like this, this sort of stuff. So yeah, definitely for the people that travel by plane, and have a lot of, lots of appointments. That's for people that have lots of appointments. Oh, I need to meditate. I read that that's healthy. I need the meditation app. Where's the meditation app? I need my $3,500 VR goggles. Where are they? I can't meditate without them. Let me tell you something. If you need a $3,500 VR headset and an app that gives you constant audiovisual stimuli to meditate, you're not doing meditation. You're doing something else. You're consuming the idea of meditation. You're sort of consuming like, oh yeah, this is sort of what people tell me what this is. And I'm just gonna, how late is it? Okay, a little longer. You're not meditating. This isn't, far from it. It's really insane. It's an insane product. And it's sort of advertised as this. And I mean, it is impressive. Technologically, it is impressive, of course. Yeah, I thought this movie watching experience was impressive, but immediately I thought, okay, so with this thing, you can, virtually seat yourself in a empty theater and watch the movie of your choice on the biggest screen you can imagine. And that's cool, but also stupid, because the cinema experience is really about a communal experience, about other people in the same room sharing the same experience and your synchronized reaction to this piece of art. And yeah, it's so you putting on these goggles and watching the movie isn't actually like cinema at all. And it's the complete opposite, actually. It's even, and I'm not saying I'm against it. It's just not. It's trying to simulate something, but it's sort of telling you, yeah, this is it. This is the big screen experience. But it isn't. It's a lie. It's fine if you want to watch a movie by yourself. This whole streaming thing, for example, is also very debated amongst cinephiles and such. But actually, I think it does a lot of good to movies. And I had great, very deep emotional experiences with movies that I streamed. Because I think that sometimes it's easier to open up to certain movies when you're not surrounded by other people, but yeah, whatever. Speaking of movies, I watched this. Look, that's another one of these. It has the actress I have a crush on in it. An artistic crush, I have to say. Look, that's the actress. Yeah. Now you know why I have a crush. No, it's an artistic crush. It's not just her beauty, really. It's like the vibe. It's the vibes. It's an interesting movie. It's and I have it in this steelbook sort of thing. It's just a bit flimsy. Look, they just have these plastic. This is just plastic that holds it together, so it's gonna fall apart someday. But whatever. It's a good movie. I liked it. It has like a weird, like it's very slow. It's very slow, but very like symbolic. I like that it has a lot of symbolic imagery, and I think you shouldn't intellectualize it too much. Just enjoy it for its beauty in a broader sense, not just, pretty, but, really, really beautiful. You know what I mean? I talked about this. Oh, and the print, look, the print it's like it protrudes. All in all, it's a really cool steelbook. It's well designed. It's beautiful, just like the actress, as you can see. But yeah, I guess this whole beauty theme is. I tried to make a video about that, and I couldn't because it's so broad. But I mean, I try to, if I try to sum it up, I guess it's really, beauty for me is like a deep connection. It's not just this like pretty, it's not just like this, like sort of this sort of hotness thing. Just sort of like, I mean that's a good example. I think advertising would be that. Advertising can be hot and sort of, fresh and quippy and whatever. But art can be beautiful. Art can really, it's elevated. It's like more than just the outside, than just, it goes deeper than that, It's usually the eyes or the voice, I noticed. And a lot comes together, just like how one, if we're talking about persons, people and, humans, it's sort of like their vibe. I can't find a better word than that. You get that pretty quick, the vibe someone gives off. Yeah. What? Yeah. And yeah, I'm seeing less and less really beautiful pieces of art, and I see a lot of like this, algorithm bullshit, this, I'm not just talking about YouTube right there. I'm just like this, also in cinema, very calculated, safe stuff, and it can be traced back to bean counters. Too many bean counters. They took over they took over the important parts in a lot of institutions, and it's not good. It's not good. They have a place. Don't get me wrong. If you're a bean counter, if you just love counting beans, you have a place in the world. But it's just not at the top. It's not at the top. It's just you have a place, and it's like somewhere in, I don't know, bean counting departments. Like, if you have a big company, you should have at the top, like, the boss, and then like a bunch of creatives, philosophers, and then maybe bean counters, just the base should be probably run by bean counters, but there should be a connection to the higher ups. I don't know. I guess I couldn't run a big business. I mean, maybe I could. Maybe that's all you need. I always felt like this connection to the higher ups was missing in the work I did, and I don't think that's healthy. I think there should be a connection, it, maybe, yeah, yeah, just a connection, just sort of like something, yeah, someone to talk to. But all I encountered was being counters. You were just faced with, well, we can't do that because the numbers. Goodbye. It's like, no, hang on. Those numbers would change. The whole number system you're relying on would change if we would implement this idea and blah blah blah. But I think there should be a connection, and there definitely should be more creatives and like out of the box thinkers in these positions that are now occupied by being counters. But I guess that's its own subject, being counters. Yeah, nothing against you. I met a lot of them and they're very nice. It's just they should know their place. And it seems like right now they want to run everything and they can't. They're gonna run it in the ground. But I don't want to be too negative. Yeah. Good art still exists and is made, and yeah, I just yeah, I don't know, it's probably gonna be, I thought because I thought about this channel and I thought, yeah, probably it's probably just gonna be a niche. It's probably not gonna be a huge channel, but yeah, that's fine. It was never the point or the goal, of what I made. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. I'm just doing honest stuff, and well, that's the best you can do, right? Yeah. Hey, this was a wild one. A lot of subjects that could be their own subject, but I'm gonna talk about it some more for sure, and I have a lot more to talk about. I have like crazy things that happened, so yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one. If maybe I remember something important, I don't know, I recommend the movie, and yeah. Let's do some triggers, and then I enjoy this unplanned nature of this thing. I enjoyed it a lot, and I couldn't do that if I would think about the algorithm. Then I would like sort of make an own video about the. I could still do that because it's fun about this whole Apple VR thing. But I guess this was the video about that. Yeah, I don't have any more to say. I think it's crazy. I think it's insane. I think it's completely stupid. But yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen with this. And I think that's sort of the way they marketed it. Sort of proves that they don't have a clue about who is gonna buy this stuff. It's sort of, oh, it does everything. Here you go, and they're just gonna see who buys it. My hunch is a lot of people that are, have way too much money to spend and are lonely are gonna buy this stuff. I met some of them. I met like these types of like, I met a bunch of fathers. It has to be said. I met a bunch of fathers that left their children early and have a lot of money and sort of like were completely wrapped in their playground, whatever, wrapped up in their sort of playground still, which is, don't give up play, that's not what I'm saying, but they were sort of like, they spent an enormous amount of money on cars, for example, or games, video games, or whatever it was. It was like this very clearly, I met these people when I was like 10, 11 or something, and it was very noticeable. It was very noticeable that they were like weird, that they weren't like, what are you doing? You're working all day for an incredible amount of money, and then you left your child and you bought this new PC, and like, what's the point? I think that's probably gonna be they will buy a VR headset from Apple for $3,500. But we'll see. Maybe no one buys it. Wouldn't that be fun? That would be fun. If they're just like, oh, no one, really, no one's interested. That would be very joyful and hopeful, actually, because I think it's a crazy thing. We're already surrounded by screens, and I think it's enough work to handle that, and all these thumbnails that ask you questions, so to be like completely wrapped up in it is insane. It's an insane idea.